Of all the words you've heard in your life, what could you return? What could you give back? Of all the thoughts you've buried inside, what were better off turned into words? Today is paved with yesterday's decisions, for better or worse, better or worse. Tomorrow is promised, not guaranteed. I wanna be living in harmony, not fighting for the will to sleep at night, looking to find the key to my serenity and hold the world at bay. Of all the voices drowning you out, who could you ignore? Who could you turn down? Of all the pressures keeping you wound, can you set them free? Can you be unbound? Today you paid for yesterday's decisions, for better or worse, better or worse. Tomorrow is promised, not guaranteed. I wanna be living in harmony, not fighting for the will to sleep at night. I'm looking to find the key to my serenity and hold the world at bay. How many times a day can my mind stray? Then I return, oh I return, yes I return to the center. I wanna be living in harmony, not fighting for the will to sleep at night, looking to find the key to my serenity and hold the world at bay. I wanna be living in harmony so I can sleep at night. I'm looking to find the key to my serenity and hold the world at bay, living life day by day.
So welcome Tricia Collins back to Willowbrook for our Willowbrook Whispers 3. You've been here before though, haven't you?
I have, yeah. 20 years ago for the summer camps in Willowbrook.
Yeah. As a little child running in the fields.
Exactly, yeah. It's definitely nice to be back.
Brilliant. And when you were a kid, did you have any dreams or aspirations, or did you ever think that one day you would be a musician?
I definitely had dreams.
Yeah.
I don't think that I ever thought it would be a reality. I was always so into dancing and music.
Yeah.
But to actually make it a career, that didn't seem like such a possibility for me. But now it is.
Yeah.
Here I am.
So you grew up in Castlereagh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think that living and growing up in a small town has like influenced your sound?
I would say so, yeah, for sure. I grew up in a very musical family, always surrounded by a lot of traditional Irish music. And I think the scene of the music that I was surrounded by was very casual and just stand up and sing or bring your instrument along.
Yeah.
And I think that it has definitely shaped the musician that I am today.
Yeah, brilliant. So do you think your sound would be a bit different if you like grew up in Cork or Dublin, like in the city?
I'm not. I think it's difficult to say. I mean, I definitely have this huge love for trad and particularly country music.
Yeah.
I'm sure the country music element has come from coming from a small town.
Yeah.
My dad used to always listen to country music. So probably, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you get so much of that in the city.
Yeah.
Hand on my back, slowly rising. Open my eyes, a room full of light, bursting with life. My body's inclined to call out your name. Sit by our coffee, watch the world drift away. The day slips away. As day turns to night, a glance to the window shows I've been blind. The blood sacrifice pours from the sky. Wouldn't it be nice to catch some of the time we threw away? Don't think twice. Wouldn't it be wonderful to see what could have come, what could have left, what could have been, what could have been, what could have been. As clouds drift on
when you were a teenager, did you have a teenage angst album?
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne, yeah.
Avril Lavigne was always playing. Yeah, I really felt her. Yeah. I was also a huge fan of Christina Aguilera.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those were
Rebel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The two kind of standout rebel characters from that era.
Brilliant. Great. So now you are living in Berlin and you're a full-time musician there, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you find the Irish music scene compared to the Berlin music scene? Oh, sorry, the other way
around. In Berlin, there's a very nice little folk scene. It's not huge, I think, for the size of the city.
Yeah.
But it is very much alive. There's a lot of live music venues with smaller stages, loads of open mics.
Yeah.
And it definitely brings the folk community and the scene together.
Yeah.
I have to say I didn't have so much of, I think, a musical community here in Ireland, because what I'm doing now just started about 2.5 years ago, and that's when I was already in Berlin. Any music that I was involved in Ireland was either just for myself in my bedroom, or I was part of like musical societies.
Yeah.
But so I can't say that I know so much about the Irish music scene. Yeah. Yeah.
And is there many supports and stuff in Berlin to help with aspiring musicians?
Yes, there is. Yeah. From what I've seen so far, there's the Irish music scene does seem to have, I would say, more support systems for artists. It can be a bit more difficult, I think, in a city like Berlin. There's a lot of artists all in the one place.
Yeah.
But there's definitely supports available.
Yeah. And is there a lot of Irish musicians over there now?
Yeah. Definitely. I feel like more so in recent years, but of course they always come to the folk scene. That's where they all gather.
And what's the draw then for them to all leave us here and go over there?
I would say a lot of it is to do with the cost of living.
Okay, yeah.
It's obviously rising here and there, but it's definitely cheaper, and I think particularly for artists, it's just easier to live. Yeah.
Over there. And do the Germans love Irish trad over there as well, or literally? Yeah.
Yeah, they have a huge soft spot for it. Yeah.
Makes it a bit easier for us.
Yeah, for sure.
And can you give some tips to someone in Castlereagh who's grown up, who kind of feels that they've got something to offer, but they could be feeling a bit like nervous or shy about themselves? What kind of advice would you give that person?
I would say just go for it. Just start. No matter how small or no matter how small you feel yourself as an artist or an aspiring artist, you have to start somewhere. And I really only started this about 2.5 years ago, and it's grown pretty quickly, but I always I never thought it was a possibility, even though it was always something that I really, really wanted to do. And I think if I just had the courage earlier to just do it, to just start somewhere, it would have been probably easier. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, and we're looking forward to seeing you tonight.
Thank you. Me too.
Thanks a million.
Come take my hand and I'll walk with you. Come take my hand and we'll dance. Follow me through the leaves and trees. take my hand and we'll whisper